Hey guys, I wanted to create this video or recreate this video because I had already created a version of this, but it ended up being half an hour long because I tend to ramble. I don't know why I do that. But, anyways, the talk of the town, actually, the talk of realtor talk right now is all about Zillow and what the recent news. And if I go to YouTube, like I get Zillow dump 7,000 homes and people that are worried about Zillow, anybody that's in the real estate industry is talking about Zillow. Zillow stock plunges 25% to lowest since July 2020 after the company exits the home buying business. So something people are saying, something is up with Zillow. So they're starting to say that the market is going to crash, so on and so forth. It's only 7,000 homes if you actually think about it throughout the nation. So it's not that many homes. And yes, some of those homes are in some major markets, but maybe the market was very difficult for Zillow to get into. Maybe the realtors in that market really pushed back, or maybe the realtors really did provide that much more quality rather than sellers selling directly to Zillow, because we all know that if you sell directly to an iBuyer, you're actually paying a little bit more for the convenience. It is about an average of $30,000 that people are paying more for the convenience of selling to an iBuyer and not having to be bothered in their home. So with that said, I'm going to try to keep this shorter than the other one. I am going to post a 30-minute long one where in the end, I actually totally thought that I had stopped the video and I didn't. And because this is Vidyard, I really have no way of editing these videos. It's a free service. But anyways, I'm going to get on with it. My curiosity got spiked with the whole Zillow situation because I have two listings up in Maricopa. I have two associations, right? I have the Tucson Association of Realtors, and I also have ARMLS, which is the WEMAR. So when I work up there, I want to know statistics up there. And obviously, I got to learn the subdivisions and the differences between the lots and the lot sizes and the houses and blah, 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 so on and so forth. Okay. It's a lot of information to digest for a lot of people. So I'm going to try to be as fast as possible. What I really wanted to do is I wanted to do a quick search as to how many homes are on the market in Maricopa and how many of those homes are actually Zillow owned. Okay. So I'm just going to do active listings, and I'm only going to change I'm going to put this little icon where you're supposed to be seeing my face. It's not even letting me move. Anyways, Maricopa, as you can see right there, because I want to constrain all of my search to just Maricopa. And as you can see, the popular areas to live in Maricopa are these, right? Because these are very rural. More than likely, a lot of these are manufactured homes or maybe custom built homes, so on and so forth. So I'm going to narrow it down even further into this circle. Okay, as you can see, there were 300 and some odd homes active. If I constrain everything to that little circle, there are 241 active homes, and they vary in price ranges. Okay, what I wanted to see from this is which ones are listed by Zillow. So I'm going to go here, and I have the listing broker, so I'm going to do a descending search. There was about 15 homes owned by Zillow. Okay, and I am going to select all of these so that I can pay specific attention to that. As you can see, I am on the selected tab, and all of these are listed by Zillow. So in the previous video, I took a really long time to go through all of these, but I figured something out. So on this shorter video, I'm going to tell you what I figured out. As I was doing the 30-minute video, if you're actually interested in that, you can watch that one as well. So when I go to the detail and I go to history of those properties, what I noticed is that the ones in which Zillow drastically lowered the prices is the ones that have been on the market for longer than 30 days. Okay. So I'm going to pay more focus or more attention to the cumulative days on the market so that you have a better idea at where I'm actually looking at. Okay. So some of these are brand new listings and some of them have been on the market for a while. So that one obviously is not going to have a major price drop. If I go to the second one, this one has been on the market for 79 days. It does make 100% sense that Zillow would knock the prices down on this one. It started at $466,900. What else did you expect? Obviously, nobody was dumb enough to buy it. So now their price is at 369,900. Okay. And it's still sitting on the market. It's still active. They shot themselves in the foot because I don't know what their thought process was, but because it has been 79 days on the market, most people that could have been potential buyers are not looking at it anymore, or they're waiting for a further price reduction. This one has been on the market for 45 days, more than likely. Yes, they did start at 396, are now at 349. Some of the changes that I realized when I was doing this for the other video is that some of these dates are not making sense. Zillow is manipulating information. And this is where agents are pushing back and where associations are getting angry is this was listed at 920. This price reduction was done on the 15th of October. And now the price shows as, the original date as 9/20/21. It doesn't make any sense. So moving forward, 35 days, that one has a price reduction. I know that one started at 481,900 and is now at 394,900. That's a huge price drop. And 30 days, another one that's 30 days on the market, started at 383,900, now at 344,900. Another huge price drop. Okay, so did they shoot themselves in the foot? Heck yes, they did. You could be shooting yourself in the foot if you're a homeowner that thinks that you can be on the market for more than 30 days without a single price reduction. 387,900, 359,900, and it's still sitting on the market. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the tendency of homes to start sitting on the market. This is very typical in Arizona in November and December. Okay, it is very typical that the market slows down towards the end of the year because people are more focused on traveling for Thanksgiving and Christmas and buying Christmas presents and buying decorations and all that other crap that people are really interested in. This one has been on the market for 20 days. Let's see if there has been a price reduction. None whatsoever. And I believe that the remainder of the homes don't have a price reduction. This one doesn't have a price reduction because it's only been on the market for 7 days. This one has only been on the market for 7 days. No price reduction. 7 days, no price reduction. 7 days, no price reduction. 7 days, no price reduction. 6 days, no price reduction. Okay. So even though people are saying that Zillow has decided to not buy homes, I'm not quite sure. Well, I mean, if I go into monsoon, I can see when they actually bought it, but they're barely listing them. So maybe they've bought a lot of homes that they have not even listed. They typically listed with the same agent as well. So maybe there is maybe the brokers are overwhelmed with the amount of listings, whatever it may be. At the end of the day, what's going on is that the homes that are sitting on the market, regardless of whether they're Zillow or not, because once I went in here and removed the 15 and I went back to the results, I went to my list and I went down all the way to Open Door because I know Open Door functions the same way as Zillow does. Open Door also has a bunch of homes on the market. However, Open Door has not necessarily dropped the prices of the homes as much as Zillow. But again, it really depends on what the goal is. I think that it really depends on the structure that they actually had. And there's a couple of offer pads, so I'm going to select those as well because more than likely they also overpaid or paid market price. And here's the thing, I don't think that I think that Open Door Brokerage did start as an investor mindset. I don't think that Zillow started as an investor mindset. I think that they were just trying to have as much market share as possible, and they were purchasing property at market value, which is a total rookie mistake if you are not actually an investor. Open Door Brokerage probably does buy it well, not right now, but at some point in time, Open Door Brokerage was buying homes lower than market value. Okay, so the market has evolved and now they're trying to have more listings or whatever they're trying to accomplish. Whatever it is that they want to accomplish, they're buying them somewhat at market value, and it's still kind of not functioning the way that they wish. Okay, so what I'm going to do here on this is I'm going to go through them really quickly so that we can look at the days in the market and see if there was a price reduction. For this one, definitely 456. It was a small price reduction, 445, but there was one. Anyways, that's 2 days old, 6 days. I'm not even going to look at the ones that haven't been on the market for a while because it wouldn't matter. This one was listed for 395. It's now listed at 389, 62 days on the market. This one is has been listed for 370, 58 days on the market. That one's going to sit for a while because nobody wants to buy a 57-day old listing that has not done a price reduction. It just tells the buyer that the seller will not be willing to budge. There's got to be a give or take. Maybe the seller is underwater, maybe they refinance, maybe whatever it may be. Maybe they haven't paid their mortgage for a year due to COVID or whatever it may be. So 44 days on the market. It started at 333. It's now at 327. Not a major price drop. 42. Oh, and keep in mind that Open Door does sometimes flip these. I've seen homes that Zillow did flip as well. So sometimes they stay longer on the market because they think that a paint job is actually worth $30,000 when in reality it was worth like 4,000. So they want to profit a lot off of that. So they keep it on the market really long for the same price point. So as you notice, Open Door does keep their homes on the market a lot longer. Sometimes Open Door actually does buy it with an FHA loan. I've noticed that a lot as well when I look through the tax records. You can tell what type of loan they utilize because sometimes they have to keep it on the market for 90 days. If they keep it for 90 days, that means that was an FHA loan or a government-backed loan in which they have to have a grace period before they sell it to another FHA buyer. Okay, so looking at the tendencies, 41 days. If you notice, Open Door doesn't do drastic price drops, just like Zillow does. So maybe Zillow realized that they were not as strong or that their structure was not similar to Open Door structure. Maybe they just shot themselves in the foot. Maybe they just have too much inventory that they have not even listed yet. We don't know because we don't know how many homes Zillow has actually invested in. And 7,000 homes to me is not that scary because Zillow is nationwide. They're still number one. They're still preferred by a lot of people. 431 down to 426, not major drops. Okay. Anyways, what I want to do right now is I want to pull comps for my actual listing. The reason why I want to pull comps for my actual listing is because that's what I care about. That's what I want to sell right now. Okay. So I'm going to go straight to the subdivision, which I should know by heart by now because I do all of the documentation on these. So bear with me. Where am I at? Rancho Eldorado. Yeah, that's what I should know by heart. So let's do this. Rancho Eldorado. And I only want closed homes. Why do I only want closed homes? Is because I want to see what these homes actually sold for and what the trend was. I like to stay within 3 months. I've heard recently a lot of appraisers are actually going back 8 to 12 months. That's what they used to do pre-COVID. But then when COVID hit, they were only going back 3 months. So I'm guessing that, their terms have changed. But anyways, I try to stay as close as possible. So I'm going to go August to August to continue looking at the trends. And the closer they are to what's going on right now, the better it is going to be statistically. Come on. Okay, so I got 32 homes closed in Rancho Eldorado. And this is a very generic This includes homes, any home that is found in Rancho Eldorado. But I want to show you how specific the subdivisions are, okay? Because some of these subdivisions are gated, some of them have, like the community area, some of them have, if we look through the satellite, some of them have like very special perks, like this one where it's, man-made water systems, so on and so forth. And if you notice, for example, right here, the lots are a lot smaller. As I zoom in, you can tell a lot of the differences. And I'm very used to seeing this. So I like to show people this because sometimes they're like, well, it's that house is not even half a mile out. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter to me because all of these homes have way smaller lots than all of these homes that are right behind it. So Zillow can be giving you an estimate, or another agent might be giving you um, a price that is very similar from this one to this one, but at the end of the day, you got to look at that. You got to look at this lot is almost two home sizes and two home lots. So that's something that we got to pay attention to when we're pulling generic comps. I just want generic comps for the sake of speed right now, because I want to see what is happening in the Maricopa market, and what is the what are the averages. So we got average lowest price listed 279. It sold for 285. Average list price is 388 937. There's, if they listed at that, it could have sold at 391 655, and the highest was a 629, which is ridiculous high, really ridiculously high, sold for 600. So as you can see, the higher the prices go, the tendency is to sell for a lot less. These are too many comps. I really do not want that many comps on my comparing the type of home that I actually have listed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with only single family residences. And the actual home that I'm selling has 5 bedrooms. So I'm going to see if I can find comps that have 5 bedrooms and a minimum of 3 bathrooms. I only have 4 comps from that, but with those 4 comps, I can gather a little bit of information. If I pull a CMA, I can see, again, those same prices and averages. So the average listing, 496, it sold at 493. The lowest is 427, highest 629, 600. Okay. So I think that I'm listed right. The average days on the market for this is 40 or 98. Obviously, these 98 was like way, way, way higher. So if I get to day 40 without any offers or without any interest in the listing, I'm going to push, you bet your ass, I'm going to push for a price reduction. Okay, so right here, we're going to see, this is one of my favorite things to do, to look at, is look at the LP and the SP. If I ever send you any comps, the list price and the sold price. So we've got the list price and the sold price. The list price was 427. It sold at 427. The list price was 629. It sold at 600. List price is 430. It sold for the 430. List price was 499. Sold for 517. Now, let's go look at these photos. Obviously, when you've got waterfront property, that gives it a lot of value. Obviously, that's why that one sold for 600,000. There's really no comparison to that one. I'm just gonna skip it altogether. This one, 517, doesn't really compare to the property I have listed because it has a pool and it's also on a golf course. Let's look at this one. This one is it kind of looks like a one. No, it's actually a 2-story. Also on a golf course, however, has carpet all over the place. A lot of people don't want carpet anymore. They're allergic, or they just don't want the hassle, or they just don't want it to look dirty. So this is a really, really nice house. It did sell for 430. And here's another one that recently closed for 427. That one has a pool, flooring throughout. It does have carpet. I saw it on the stairs. So with that said, I think that we're still priced right. And with that said, I am the type of person that thinks that The reason Zillow is dropping their prices on some of the homes is because the days on the market are ridiculous. They were overpriced. They shot themselves on the foot. And this doesn't necessarily mean that the market is going to crash. It just means that they've been in the market for too long, and it is necessary. If they want to place themselves in front of the competition, they got to do that price drop. No ifs, ands, or buts. This video was not any better than the 30-minute video, but it's faster. Hope you enjoy.